What the fuck's going on this team, Jerry?
Bury him! Bury him!
Jerry, TJ Watt.
He is the best defensive player on the planet.
Go! Yes! Yes! We're going to fire! Steelers fans! Bang! Run it down their throat!
No! That's not a penalty!
Game over! Game over! Don't ask me to do nothing! This is nothing!
He's aggressive.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Steel Here podcast, where I'm your host, Kevin Adams, alongside my partner in crime, Jersey, Jerry. Jerry Don, the Pittsburgh Steelers win a football game today, and it might have been the ugliest win I've honestly ever watched them follow through on in 36 years of being a Steelers fan. They had, I hate to say this, and I don't want to come into this episode after a win and really shit on the team or say they didn't deserve it, but man, it is hard to watch that football game against the New England Patriots today and say that the Steelers were the better team on that field. I walked away. I left the stadium thinking to myself, I don't know that they're a very good team, and I don't even know how they won that fucking football game, Jerry.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, what scares me the most is it's games like this where you say to yourself, okay, well, when we go and play a pretty good team, there's no way we win.
Yeah.
I just think you have 5 takeaways and you win the game by a touchdown is, pretty crazy, dude. Could you imagine if like one or two of those turnovers, imagine if they're like 7 points on the other end? You're losing that game,
Yes. Jerry, when you win the turnover margin by +4 and it comes down to the final possession of the game, something went wrong. And if you just look at the box score, you would say, wow, the Steelers had 5 takeaways. Defense must have played great. Not really. Defense really didn't play that good today. It was a lot of the same issues we saw in the Seahawks game last week, a lot of the same issues you saw in the Jets game last week. Third and Jerry, at this point, it could be 3rd and 80, and I'm not confident that the Steelers are going to get off the fucking football field.
No. Third down is a major problem, and I think Vrabel hinted at it before the game. We know where these guys are going to be.
Yep.
It seems like every team that plays us so far knows, on third down, this is what's going on. We know, how to beat this team. It's just, dude, it's just frustrating too. 200 yards, barely 200 yards of offense.
202 yards of offense on 5 takeaways.
Yeah, dude, they still can't run the ball effectively. And it seems like, I'll say it again, the only real person with some pop on offense is Jaylen Warren, man. I mean, that's about it.
Yep.
I know Gainwell had that touchdown, but that was Jalen's whole entire drive for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But, dude, yeah, just sloppy on offense, man. Just sloppy. The offensive line did not play great. But, dude, if we want to give a game ball to anybody, who do you even give it to, really, right? I don't even know.
It's hard to find anyone who I would say played great. Jaylen Warren, sure. He's obviously the only bright spot that you really have on the offensive side of the ball, like you suggested. But even he, I wouldn't say for me, it's that the offensive line just is not improving. The offensive line gives Rodgers nearly no time. Now let's be honest. The Patriots led the league in sacks coming into that game. They didn't have a single sack on Aaron Rodgers. So love that, obviously. But I don't think that he had very much time back there. And for me, it's you watch the Steelers run their offense. Jerry, they'll get 3 yards maybe on first down, 4 yards on first down, and then they'll throw behind the line of scrimmage on second down. And they did it at least twice today. They would throw behind the line of scrimmage on second down, and Jaylen Warren gets blown up, or Kenneth Gainwell gets blown up, or Jonnu, or DK, or whoever the fuck that little screen is supposed to go to. They refuse to push the ball downfield still. And people are going to listen to this episode and think that the Steelers lost today. And when I was leaving the game, I'm talking to my buddy when we're on our way to the airport, and I'm like, they won, but I feel like they lost. I'm so upset with how poorly they played. It feels as though they lost the football game.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to. We just, I mean, it's, 12-12 by you, 11-12 by me.
Yep.
I didn't get a chance to listen to what Tomlin said after the game or any of the players, but you know, man, dude, this just feels like that same story all over again, that we're just living like, yes, we're winning these one score games against bad football teams. And then once we have a step up in play, it's just, yeah, you're not winning that game. You know what I mean? It's just, I hope it's not that. I hope this offense can figure it out. I did say in the beginning of the year, I think it'll take them a couple weeks to really start to feel it. But I mean, dude, you paid DK Metcalf all this money, 20, 30 yards, and like, that's not, they're getting paid top 5, bro. Like, that's really bad. That's really fucking bad.
Four targets for 30 some $million a year. Like, you could fucking run Roman Wilson out there for 4 targets at that. Like, it's not, they don't really showcase any of their weapons on offense. It's kind of just, it's just a hodgepodge of shit. They don't really do anything well offensively. They really don't.
No.
Like I can't say what, if after 3 games, and it's a very small sample size so far, I at least like to see 4 or 5 games before we can kind of paint a picture of who the Steelers are. But for me, it's like, man, I've seen this movie. And it looks the same. They really didn't push the ball downfield at all. Rodgers, I didn't think looked very good, to be honest. That interception to Spillane was a bad interception to Spillane. I think he feels and knows that the pressure gets home so fast that he just can't even get in a rhythm. They come out, they score a touchdown, they score another touchdown. They're up 14-0, and I'm tweeting up a storm. This team's gonna blow them the fuck out. Holy shit! They finally wake up. The offensive line looked great the first 2 drives. They honestly bullied the Patriots down the field those first 2 drives, and then for the next 3.5 quarters, they do absolutely nothing. I think in the third quarter, Jerry, they had 2 total yards of offense. It's just, man, like, how can you continue to watch the Steelers do this and play small ball, week after week? And what the Patriots did today, they don't win the game, but I honestly thought that Mike Vrabel coached a better game than Mike Tomlin. Jerry, they went for it on 4th and 1 from their own 18-yard line.
I know.
Backs to the end zone, and he says, we are not afraid of the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, and they run a fucking little pitch to the outside.
Holcomb, just horrible pursuit there, just tough.
Jerry,
really tough.
if that doesn't really wake the Steelers up and say that they are not feared, nobody is afraid of this Pittsburgh Steelers vaunted defense.
No. If
someone is willing to go for it on 4th and 1 from their own 18-yard line, early in the game too. It's not like they had to do it. It was early.
Oh, yeah, and they were down, too, Like, listen, dude, I think it goes to show, again, we'll say this. Steelers come out hot, Patriots adjust, and then after that, the Steelers just don't adjust in game. They just don't. You know what I mean? They just refuse to adjust. Man, I'm really hoping this isn't one of them years, you know what I mean? Like the rest of them, where, like, hey, this is just a 9-win football team, and we either miss the playoffs or sneak right in and lose the first round. As of right now, that's what it looks like.
Yep.
Hopefully that can change. Tomlin's got to figure out this 3rd down defense, because the defense is not getting home. And I guess, okay, one little bright spot that popped up into my mind was Harmon.
Oh, yeah.
I thought.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little bit of a bright spot for us, first game, beating some double teams, so I appreciate that out of him. I think TJ had 2 sacks today. I don't know if they were 1.5 or 2, but
I think he had 1.5. He had the fumble recovery. TJ at least got on the stat sheet. At least finally TJ gets on the stat sheet.
Dude, we needed that to happen for sure. But the secondary is getting gashed over the middle nonstop.
Same stuff it looked like in that Seahawks game. Matt Collins, again, he looked like Cooper Kupp looked last week. It feels like if it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 13, middle of the field's going to be wide ass open. I mean, wide ass open. And they're going to convert that. And they did it all day between Matt Collins and Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. The Patriots pretty much had their way. And so, again, you can look at the stat sheet and say the Steelers generated 5 takeaways, but they also just got shredded up and down the field. They had to generate 5 takeaways because they got shredded up and down the field defensively yet again.
If it was 1-1, they like one takeaway, they get blown out.
Destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. I mean, a couple of those takeaways are in the red zone. Drake May just makes a couple of bad plays. There was a point where I honestly thought he was concussed. I don't know what it looked like watching the actual broadcast.
It looked bad.
I mean, it was TJ and Herbig both collapse on him. He falls back, snaps his head into the turf, and he immediately grabs his head. Nobody does that if there's not something fucked up in their head. It almost makes me wonder, does the NFL really have a concussion protocol? Because and then 2 plays later, he throws a terrible interception to Brandon Echols in the end zone. And so I'm like, this guy has to be concussed. But if the Steelers don't capitalize on the Patriots' mistakes, and you and I were talking about this before we recorded, today felt more as though the Steelers, didn't win the game. It was more that the Patriots lost it. And don't get me wrong, Jerry, I'll take it. It's week 3. At this point in the season, it's September. I'll take a win. I'll take a dirty win. I'm not going to be that upset about it. But by the same token, we're starting to get to a point where we're being very honest, even when the Steelers are winning games. And it's like, I don't know that this team is built to contend with the actual elites of the AFC if they have to win games like that.
Right now, no shot. I mean, zero chance. That's one thing I would say. Like, if you're listening to the show and you're like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, we got to win, and like, yeah, that's great. Okay, like we're happy about a win, but dude, after so many years of seeing the same story, it's starting to get a little frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't know if this team can blow out another NFL team. I don't know if they're capable of doing it.
Jerry, 5 takeaways, you can't blow a team out. I mean, it's not, you're not gonna have a better performance as far as the takeaway category is concerned. And to not blow a team out when that happens, I don't know what more you need. I don't know what more they have to do in order to actually produce a high scoring offense. And it's the play calling for me.
Yeah.
And Jerry, this is why I bitch about Mike Tomlin. This is the type, today is the stereotypical reason I bitch about Mike Tomlin. You generate 5 takeaways and the offense does nothing with them. I mean, they just played incredibly small football today. Just refuse to push the ball down the field, refuse to take chances. You don't see anything over the middle hardly at all.
Again, nothing over the middle again.
And this is not a good Patriots defense. It's no. we said it before early in the week in the preview. It's not a very good Patriots defense. And the Steelers honestly at times look like they were helpless offensively. The offensive line is still a big problem. They give no time. That to me is if the offensive line can't get it going, it doesn't matter. This entire season will hinge on whether or not that offensive line can give Rodgers any amount of time. And through 3 games, they have given him very little.
No, and he's getting punished, dude. He took a couple hits today that were bad hits.
Yep,
he's getting punished. I think like the most, like from a fan's perspective, like it's pretty like annoying, like not having a comfortable Sunday to watch this team play football. You know what I mean? Like
it's gut wrenching.
It's always a 1-score game. You never could like put your foot on their throat. It's always comes down to the last drive. It's like, dude, I want to be comfortable for once, dude, and like get out to like in the third quarter, with like 5 minutes left. It's like 24-7, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm a little comfy now, I get to enjoy it a little bit more.
At 14-0, I thought we were gonna get that.
Yeah, dude. It felt like that obviously in the beginning of the game. So I was thinking like, oh shit, because I was, even before the game, and before the game, and days before it, I even on our last episode, I'm like, dude, I don't know if I would take the Steelers in this game. I really don't. Granted, they won, but. Dude, that was, oh my God, dude. The way they won that game, pretty crazy. 5 takeaways, you score fucking 20 points, 21 points. It's just, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck, man? Something's fucked up here. But yeah, dude, I just want one Sunday of like comfortable football.
I don't know. I just don't know that we're ever going to get it under Mike Tomlin. I don't think today is the way he likes to win football games. You know, that's exactly the way he prefers to win football games. We've said it for years. He doesn't care about blowing teams out. He cares about keeping it to a one-score game and winning it at the end. And that is fine, Jerry. That is fine in September. It's fine in October. It's fine in November. December, it gets a little fucking hairy. And in January, you get blown out when you play football that way. Like, that's the reality of it. And today is exactly what my fear is, that the Steelers just have not changed. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It doesn't matter who the offensive coordinator is. It doesn't matter who the defensive coordinator is. The Pittsburgh Steelers are whatever Mike Tomlin wants them to be. And Mike Tomlin does not care if they're a high scoring team. He doesn't care to try and run it up. He doesn't care to take risks. And when you coach that way, you coach not to lose instead of coaching to win. And for years, that has been Mike Tomlin's MO. And today, that's why it always is ugly. That's why, you know, we're never going to walk away and be like, wow, they blew them out. I felt good. You know, at 2:30 on a Sunday afternoon, we knew the game was over. We're not going to have that feeling. And I don't know that we'll ever have that feeling again under Mike Tomlin. I really genuinely do not believe we will, Jerry.
Yeah, dude, we haven't seen it in a very, very long time, dude. I don't even know the last time we really seen it, but I'm trying to really think. Like, we're
Raiders last year.
We're like no, but I'm talking about like in the first half. You know, it's like, okay, you won this football game.
Yeah, no, we don't do it. They just don't capitalize the way that they should. Like if you want to be considered a great football team in the NFL, and you get 5 takeaways, you should score 40 points. I mean, they should have scored 40 today. And to be honest, they're lucky they didn't have 40 scored against them. If we're being dead ass, we're lucky they didn't have 40 scored against them.
Oh, they Kevin, you know it, I know it. They easily, at the minimum, that Patriots team could have had like fucking 30 plus minimum.
Without a doubt. I mean, we had 2 takeaways in the red zone, and we're talking, okay, say you take just 2 of those red zone, you know, takeaways off the board, that and the Patriots score a touchdown or even kick 2 field goals, we win by a fucking point, Jerry. Like it's we won. We won.
That's crazy, isn't it?
And we're 2-1, you know, and we are 2-1. But man, I don't want to let myself fall into this trap again year after year where it's like, they won a game, Jerry. They won a fucking game. They're a great football team.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid this year. I'm trying to avoid that, dude.
I'm tired of walking away and lying to myself when we know deep down we've seen how this plays out. And until they genuinely clean it up on the defensive side of the ball, and they clean it and they actually take risks on the offensive side of the ball, I just think that's who they are, Jerry. I think that's who they are. I think that they're a small ball, win it at the end football team because that's who Mike Tomlin wants them to be.
And I don't know how as a head coach you could want that, but man, if that's the way it is, fuck, man, we're in for another long season here as Steelers fans. But listen, 2-1, Kevin, 2-1. We got Ireland next week. I don't know, man. I don't like us there, but
no.
Did you watch the press conference or no?
I didn't. No. Immediately after the game, I had to rush to the airport. My flight was after the game. I literally got home like 11:30 tonight. We're recording. It's 12:30 right now. So no, I didn't have any time to see any of it. But I mean, what is there to see? I mean, it's a lot of the same shit. We got to clean up the mistakes. You know, communication has to be better. It's all the same bullshit. It's all the same bullshit. And it's like, man, I'm not trying to harp on it, and I'm really, really not trying to harp on it because we don't win in New England. Like, we don't ever win in New England. And it felt great to walk out of there and give them the finger and say, suck a dick, like we beat you. But it was dirty. I felt dirty celebrating that win. I really did. It didn't feel like the type of win where I wanted to run my mouth because I'm like, ugh, that's an ugly one. Like, it that's what I'm saying. It felt like we lost the game. It felt like we lost.
You know what I was surprised too? I felt like, I mean, we won the game, whatever. Yeah, you know, I'm happy about that. I thought Chris Boswell should have attempted that field goal.
That's another thing that's crazy, is that they would not give him the opportunity to, I think it was 61 yards. The fact that they didn't even give him the chance to kick it. Weather was perfect in New England today. Weather was absolutely perfect. There was no wind, nice, perfect fall day. To not attempt that field goal again just comes back to, is Mike Tomlin that afraid? You know, for a guy who doesn't live in his
spheres. Was it 14-14 at the time?
Yes.
It was, right?
Yes, and that's where I'm saying I just think he's of them, and it worked out. Okay, they won the game,
Yeah, it
so
worked.
it's hard to sit here and say, oh, it was a bad decision. The Steelers, they should have won the game differently. They won the game. It doesn't matter. There are no style points in the NFL. It is very hard to win. The Eagles lose, or they come back and win. The Packers lose to the Browns. Like, these bad teams will beat good teams.
Yeah.
My concern is I don't know where we rank the Steelers really in the hierarchy of the NFL, at least the AFC. I don't know where they fall. I would say, and it's the same thing we've said for
very
years,
weird right now.
they might be the best mediocre team in the league. They're not a top tier team. They're not. You can't say that they are.
No way. No shot.
They might just be the best of the middle. They might be the best of the middle, and that's why I fear when you actually play a dog, and we're going to play a dog in Minnesota. I think that is a pretty damn good football team that we're about to play in Ireland against the Vikings. I fear that one could be one that's ugly. I'll say this. If the Steelers can come out and beat the Vikings and make it convincing, I'll take my foot off the throat a little bit, because that's one of those ones where I'm like, all right, that's actually a decent football team. I respect that dub.
And great coaching staff over there as well.
Yes.
Very good coaching over there, offensive and defensive, dude. Two great coaches. Wide receiver core over there is pretty damn fucking good, dude.
Oh, it's gonna be ugly. We're gonna have to play much better in the secondary. I mean, I don't want to see James Pierre out there. I do feel like we got hosed on some calls today. The Brandon Eccles pass interference, Jerry. That's not pass interference.
Yeah, that wasn't PI.
It's not pass interference. If anything, you could have called offensive pass interference on that play. I hate to bitch about the officiating because a million different things happen, and I don't think the officiating played that big of a part in the game, but I didn't feel like that was pass interference. I don't want to see James Pierre on the field. We really need to get Joey Porter Jr. back. We really need to get Joey Porter Jr. back.
Do you think he'll be back?
I would hope he plays this week. I really would hope he plays this week. But, they might be looking at it along the lines of, well, let's get to the bye week after we play in Ireland. Why risk it? Let's give him 2 weeks. At that point, it's 3 weeks basically before he has to come back. So let's let him get fully healthy. But that secondary is been a letdown. Linebacking core, I don't think Cole Holcomb played very well. I just don't think he played very well. Patrick Queen, hats off. I think he might be our best defensive player so far through 3 games this season.
Yeah, I could see that. Where you give it to him, But hey, listen, maybe Harmon's a little spark on the D line, and Aaron Jones is out, right?
Yeah, it looks like he won't play. I think
he's on IR now.
Yes. The defensive line, though, Harmon did play good, Jerry. I mean, and it let Benton go back to where Keanu Benton needs to be, not over the center. Harmon, he made some plays. He got doubled early. He split the double team. He created pressures. And another guy, if I want to give a lot of credit at all to the defense, it's going to be Herbig. Jerry. Mm-hmm. This guy is a fucking playmaker. We say it every week, but I mean, every time he gets extended periods of time on the field, he makes something happen. He forces turnovers. He's so fast getting up the field. It reminds me of what TJ looked like 7 years ago. Just, unblockable at times. And TJ, while he did show up, he has the sack. There are times TJ it's concerning to me. I won't even sugarcoat this anymore. It concerns me a little bit, a little bit of the performance we've gotten out of TJ Watt so far through 3 games. He's looking to the official now. He wants calls pretty regularly. He got beat out in the flat. Drake May beats him to the edge, picks up the first down. TJ gets beaten, then immediately he's looking, for a holding call to the official. TJ has to be better, Jerry. For $40 million, TJ Watt needs to be better. There's just he's your buddy for sure. We love him, but he has to be, for $40 million, he has got to play better.
Yeah, I think they only moved him around one time today. Is that true?
Maybe twice, maybe twice.
One or two.
It's just not as much as it should be.
No, dude, it's got to be more, man. I mean, we're watching, like, don't they see what we see? Like, he's getting chipped every single play, at least. And if not, he's getting truly double teamed. You got to move him, man. Yeah. You got to move him. I mean, Max Crosby's moving all over the place today. And, you know what I mean? And granted, the Raiders fucking suck, but at least they're trying to get their best player in the backfield. You know what I mean? Yep. Make some game-changing plays. He's not moving at all, dude. He's not moving at all.
The Steelers also are dealing with some injuries, so that's why, like, even as we discuss it, I have the ability to decompress a little bit. They are injured.
Elliott,
Yeah, Deshaun Elliott, Joey Porter Jr. You're missing a couple of like pieces that you would think would have a significant impact on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah.
You are getting Harmon back. That's actually his first, NFL experience today. I do like the way that he played. You would hope that grows into being something, but Chuck Clark, Jerry, at least intercept the first fucking ball.
Yeah.
The first, the second one, okay, you fall down. You still should have caught the football.
Yeah.
We really need to get Deshaun Elliott back so that you can let Jalen Ramsey move back to more of being a cornerback and less of being a safety.
I barely noticed Ramsey today at all.
He's less impactful when he's playing safety than he is when he plays cornerback. He is less.
I've barely
impactful.
seen him today at all.
And I think that's a big part of really needing Deshaun Elliott back, because you want to let Ramsey thrive where he is a lot more impactful. And I think that's playing cornerback. When he plays safety, a lot of the time it's just he's trying to not let them, blow the top off. He's just making sure the defense is in front of him. He doesn't give up a big play. But when he has the ability to play cornerback, he's a lot more, he fucks shit up. You know what I mean? Like he's blowing plays up. He's batting balls down. You don't really see a lot of that when he's playing safety. It's just not what I just don't think that's who he is. In a pinch, no big deal, but they really need to get Deshaun Elliott back. That way that defense can, I want to see what it looks like when you have Joey Porter Jr., when you have Deshaun Elliott, when you have Ramsey where he's supposed to be. Slay made a couple plays today. He got dinged, comes back in, but I want to see in totality what this defense can really be now that you have Harmon back, because through 3 games, it's not as though they're trending in the right direction if you take out the turnovers. And I know that's if you fucking take away turnovers every game, the games are different. You're not wrong. You're absolutely right. And I agree with the people that make that argument. But some of those turnovers today are more like the Patriots shot themselves in the dick and not that the Steelers took the game.
No, I 1,000,000% agree with that. I'll tell you though, Kev, though, if they can get to Ireland and come out with a win and they move to 3-1.
Yes.
It would definitely feel like we stole a little bit, for sure. I mean, if you're looking at realistically, if you're looking at, woulda, coulda, shoulda, whatever, but this team, if you break it all down and you really look at this, they can easily be 0-3 right now.
I know.
Very easily.
Yes. That's scary to admit. That's a Boswell 60-yarder. They lose to the Seahawks. And today they could have lost the game. I mean, they very well could have lost the game. At one point when it was 14-14, I am ready to just blow a gasket. Like I had the most angry tweets fired up. My game day recap would have just been venom, if they lose that football game. Now they pull it out, so you got to reel it back in a little bit. But for me, it's like it comes back to, I think that they are one of just the best middle of the road teams. And that's why they play these middle of the road teams and they squeak it out against the Jets. They squeak it out against the Patriots. They lose to the Seahawks. Any given day against a middle of the road team, they can lose, but they might win it at the end. It will really say something if they can beat a Vikings team coming out of the bye. If they can beat a couple of good teams on the second half of the bye, that will be.
It only gets harder, dude.
That's exactly
it. Only gets harder.
That's exactly it. And that's why, yes, we do bitch about these wins, because you have to. If you're not criticizing them when they're winning, you're not really looking to find improvement in the team, and they need to improve. They absolutely have to improve, because that's not a polished football team today. It's great to win a game when you're not polished. It is great to win a game when you're not polished.
Yeah.
But, for how many years are we going to say that they won an ugly football game?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure this ain't going to be the last time we say it.
It's crazy. Like it is draining as a fan, though. Like you say,
it's exhausting, bro. It's very exhausting.
Like I don't think it's hard for us to relate to other teams because we don't follow them as passionately or as emotionally invested as we do the Steelers. But man, I would be hard pressed to think there's another team in the NFL that is draining emotionally or, on the fan base as the Pittsburgh Steelers are.
Yeah. I wonder, I mean, I'm trying to compare them to another NFL team. Like who do they compare to like the most? Like a team that like gets to the playoffs, is always one and done, that like only wins like 1-score games.
Jerry, it's us. That's it. I mean, think about all the teams in the AFC that win games. The Steelers are the ugliest of them all. Last
Yeah.
year going into the playoffs, everyone says the Steelers are the worst team in the playoffs. The year before, when they get into the playoffs, the Steelers are the worst team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It always looks like this. And that's why at the end of game day, I'm surprised I was able to even stay awake. That's a lot of coffee on the flight. I'm shocked because at the end of a Pittsburgh Steelers game day, I am physically and emotionally drained as if I played 60 minutes of football myself. I'm not kidding you, man. I'm fucking dead when it's the end of the game. Because it's you're on the edge of your seat the entire game. It's never nice. It's never pretty. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, Jerry. But it is. I'll die a young man. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, are you going to every game this year?
Every game, man. Which is TickPick is the absolute best. I have to show TickPick some love. So they sponsor me, Jerry. They put me at the 50-yard line today. I'm in the handicap section, which is phenomenal seats. Absolutely phenomenal because you have so much leg room. You can stand the entire time. The in and out to the bathroom is so fast. And TickPick constantly is hooking me up with the best tickets. So yes, I'm going to go to every game, even if they suck. And that's when people are always chirping me, either Instagram or Twitter. They're like, you never sound happy and yet you go to every game. Well, yeah, because motherfucker, there's going to be a day where they are good again. And I will have earned the right to be able to be there and celebrate them. So yes, I'm going to go to every game. Even if they suck dick, I'm still going to fucking be there because that's how you are a true fucking fan if you can do that shit. And so I'll shovel the shit until we get back to the top of the mountain. But Jerry, the shovel is getting heavy.
Yeah. When do you leave for Ireland?
This week I'm leaving for New York City Thursday. I'm playing golf Thursday. I'm going to the Ryder Cup on Friday. So the Ryder Cup is in either Long Island or Staten Island. I don't want to get it wrong because every time I say that, someone from New York chirps and they get it right, dickhead. So whichever one it is, that's where I'm going to the Ryder Cup on Friday. Okay. Friday night, I'm catching the red eye out of JFK. I'm flying directly to Dublin from there. I get into Dublin 8 a.m. Saturday. And then I'll be there until Wednesday. So we will record from Dublin Wednesday or Sunday night, and then we will record again when I get back Wednesday. So yeah, I'm heading out.
So you're staying there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, flying back Wednesday morning.
Wow. What are you gonna do? Like any like touristy shit?
Yeah. So when we get in Saturday, it's a big day. I'm a Penn State fan. Obviously, Penn State plays Oregon Saturday night, which is going to be like 1 a.m. Ireland time. And it's a whiteout. It's a huge game for the Nittany Lions. So I'm going to be absolutely drained. But Saturday when I get in, we're going to tour Jameson and the Guinness, brewery and distilleries. Sunday's the game, so that's going to be a whole day. Monday we're going countryside, like Galway, see the cliffs, all of that stuff. Tuesday I'm playing golf. I'm taking my clubs with me, so I'm actually going to get to play some links golf out there. So yeah, I'm going to experience it all. I'm going to be absolutely drained, but
that'll be fun.
Jerry, that's the joy of being a fan, baby. I'm blessed. Think about how many people would love to be able to go to every single game. So let's not get it twisted.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking blessed to do it. It's a blast, but it is draining. It is fucking draining, brother.
It is, brother. It is. But yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. What a trip. What a next week you have in store. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. Anything else you want to hit on, Jerry, here on the recap episode?
No, dude, I just want to, fucking take a shower now and fucking put on these press conference videos and listen to them fall asleep, and tomorrow's another day, right?
They're 2-1. Like at the end of the day, you beg for these games. I would have bitched if they lost, so I would have bitched significantly more if they lost the game. So
I think I would have said season's over if they lost.
Probably yes. No, honestly, probably that's not crazy, Jerry, because we know how this goes, and you can't lose these games because then you have to win all the hard games, and that's just asking too much of this football team. So they have to win this game. If they do get to 3-1, though, you're absolutely right. I think it feels like stealing. But if they can get to 3-1, go to the bye, I'll have a little, rejuvenated optimism. I won't lie to you. They get to 3-1 and coming out of the bye week, a shitty Browns team who looks like they could beat anybody with that defense. But if they can have the Browns coming home after the bye week with a chance to get 4-1 under the belt, I see season's not dead yet, Jerry. It's not dead yet.
No, definitely not. Yeah, that Browns defense is real, man.
Yeah, they're good. They're fucking
good.
Yeah, Myles Garrett's probably Defensive Player of the Year, and that's saying something. Yeah. He's playing fucking good, man. They rush the passer good. They're good. They're a good defense. Their offense is fucking horrendous, though. Absolutely terrible to watch.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad, bro. They have no weapons.
No weapons at all, which is great. I love it. I hate that fucking football team. But hey, that's one of those ones. You get through the Vikings, then you have them coming to town. That's always a dogfight. And then 4 days later, you have the Bengals with Jake Browning. No Joe Burrow. We have to win this We have to win this Vikings game, though. We have to win
this is a big one. This is a big one, man.
You rip this one off and you go on a little bit of a run. Who knows, Jerry? You don't win Super Bowls in September. You don't win Super Bowls in September. So,
no,
it is what it is. We appreciate the shit out of you guys. Thank you. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, Jerry. We gained over 150 subs on the last episode alone.
Hell yeah.
So we are really closing in on 20,000 subs, which is fucking awesome. I never thought we would have been in this situation. So appreciate the shit out of you guys for that. Continue comment, subscribe, share the show where you find it. We will record again Wednesday. We'll get that episode out Thursday for you. And then we'll go from there. Hey, it's a win, Jerry. It's a win. So we begged for these at the end of the season, and we got one today.
Yes, we did. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Later, Jerry.
We're here. We're still here.
We are still here.